Today I want to talk to you about my favorite Amazon FBA scouting app, my favorite scanning app. And a question that shows up in my inbox very often in the Facebook group, fulltimefba.com/Facebook takes you to our Full-Time FBA Facebook group. A question that I see a lot is what kind of scanner do you use when you're outsourcing? What is the app that you use to help give you the best sourcing decisions when it comes to picking up inventory for Amazon FBA? And you know, there's a lot of different options that are out there. There's some PDAs that are out there. What's PDA stand for? Personal Digital Assistant, or Public Display of Affection. Anyway, there's PDAs out there that you can connect to your computer and you can like download the entire Amazon catalog and all of the current prices and stuff. I don't use that. You're able to get, you know, your data back much faster that way. Like you can go scan, boom, and get the information. It doesn't take time to load by doing that. But you know, I don't have a PDA. I don't want to download the entire Amazon catalog on my phone, so I don't do that. But there's apps that I use that I've downloaded, and they're available for Android and iPhone. And I've used 3 or 4 different apps. You know, there's the Amazon Seller app, which is the free app, and you can scan, and Amazon will, you know, give you some information. There's ScanPower has an app that you can use. I've used that before. Used that for a couple years when I first started. Profit Bandit is the name of another app. I think it's like about $10 a month to use Profit Bandit. And then there's Scoutify, which is connected with Inventory Lab. I've used all 4 of those when I've been out scouting, and I'll tell you my favorite. There's a few other ones that are out there. They're not as widely known or used as much, but those are the top 4 that I'm aware of that a lot of people talk about and use. And they all have their benefits and they all have their weaknesses. And I'll tell you in a minute which one I love the best. But actually the one I love the worst, which I guess means I really don't like it. I'm not gonna say hate, because I just don't like using that word very often. But the seller scanning app that I dislike the most is actually the Amazon Seller app, which is strange because Amazon, you know, usually puts together really good stuff. And but Amazon, their Seller app, I do not ever recommend anybody use that for sourcing inventory. Now it's free, and a lot of people when they first start using the the Amazon Seller app because it's free and it's something that, you know, you can get started on without putting any much money into it. But you get what you pay for, and there's just so many better options that provide more information. Amazon will give you the sales rank. They'll give you the current competitive prices according to what they think is competitive, and they'll give you the category. They'll tell you if it's restricted, if you're able to sell it or not, or if it's hazmat, if you're able to sell it or not. So there's some quality information you can get from the Amazon Seller app, but I need more. I need more than just looking at the sales rank for an item at a particular time, because that's all a sales rank is. Sales rank is a snapshot in time of how well a product has been selling recently, and it's no promise of how well it's going to sell in the future, and it's no promise on, you know, if it's ever going to sell again. You know, if it has a Amazon bestsellers rank, it's sold in the past. You don't get a seller rank without anything. But I need more information. And so both, or actually not both, ScanPower, Profit Bandit, and Inventory Lab, their Inventory Lab's scanner app is called Scoutify. All 3 of those, Profit Bandit, Scoutify, ScanPower app, they all give you more information, and they're awesome. Now, my favorite seller app that I use every time I'm sourcing is Scoutify. It's the Inventory Lab app. It's called Scoutify. You can download the app for free, but to actually be able to use it, you need to have an Inventory Lab account. You can go to fulltimefba.com/Inventory Lab, get 30 free days of using Inventory Lab with that link. And it's not just the scanner app, you also get the listing service as well. And that's one of the things I love about Inventory Lab and Scoutify. For one price, $40 a month, you get the ability to list all of your items be able to print out the labels individually. You're able to price your items in such a way that it's so much easier. It's just like having the scanner, the Scoutify app on your computer screen when you're trying to pick your price. You know, and it's got all sorts of links to sales rank history, pricing history. Y'all know I talk about camel all the time. Well, Scoutify, when you're outsourcing, it has access to those. It has access to Keepa. It has access to Google data, eBay sales. You can do all sorts of type of search to see how it's selling on other platforms and what prices. And that just is crucial to making good sourcing decisions. But on top of just the app, there's the listing software that you use on your computer. All that for $40 a month. I think it's the best deal that's out there when it comes to scanners, scouting apps. Now, the other option out there is ScanPower, and I love ScanPower. I love their app, but the only problem is their app costs a certain amount, per month, and then their listing software costs a certain amount a month. I think it's about $40 a month for the app and about $40 a month for the listing, and I think if you combine them together, it's like $60 total to have the listing software and the scouting software on your phone. And for us, with Inventory Lab, it's $40 that includes both listing and scouting. And so, it's just a no-brainer for me. And then, of course, Inventory Lab coming with all of the inventory data and all the information and bookkeeping type stuff. You can keep your inventory. You can type in how much it costs you to buy it. It tells you your ROI and percentage, and it tells you how much you could possibly make on a shipment when it's going in. So it's really, really good. But if you're not ready to take the $40 a month jump with Inventory Lab, and Inventory Lab does have a free trial. If you go to fulltimefba.com/Inventory Lab, you get 30 days. But if you don't have $40 a month to invest in that, then there's Profit Bandit. And Profit Bandit, again, it's a free app. You can download it for free, but it costs about $10 a month to use. Now, I think Profit Bandit will give you about 5 to 10 free scans so that you can try it out on your phone to see if you like it. So they'll give you a handful of scans. It's kind of like a free trial. There's no time, but there's like 5 or 10 free scans that you can get with Profit Bandit. And then after that, you need to set up an account, and you need to be a pro seller to use Profit Bandit. And it's about $10 a month. And I used that for a long time. When I realized that the ScanPower scouting app was going to be $40 a month, I was like, you know what, I'll spend $10 a month and use Profit Bandit. And I still had access to the camel data, the Keepa, all the other type of information that I want to make the best possible sourcing decision. But you know what, when I ended up switching over from ScanPower to Inventory Lab, realizing Inventory Lab had the desktop listing services and the scanning Scoutify service all rolled up into one price, $40 a month. Again, it just worked out. It just made best sense for me. So you might be in a different stage than I am. You might be like, you know what, I can't afford anything right now. I'm just going to stick with the Amazon Seller app. You might be able to go to Camel on your, the browser on your phone to maybe do some research on pricing and sales rank history that way. That could be a little shortcut that you can use. But to have it all handy in one little app, it works out really, really well. So it's something to look into and to think about. Here's one other thing to think about. If you're saying it's $40 a month is too much for something that's going to save you that kind of time, that kind of energy, and that kind and the access to all that data for sales rank and sale. I mean, with the Amazon Seller app, if you're only using the Amazon Seller app, you're going to make a lot more bad decisions. That's what it comes down to. You're going to buy more inventory that's not going to end up selling. And I don't want that for you. I want you to be able to buy inventory that's going to continue to roll over, so you can get the money back to invest it in more items, and then make even more, and invest in that into more items, and get the snowball going, so that you can finally meet some of these bigger goals that you have of either paying down debt or paying off a mortgage or saving up for a new car or something like that. You want to make the best decision possible, and I believe Scoutify works the best with that. So check it out, Inventory Lab, their app Scoutify, it's perfect. fulltimefba.com/inventory lab to find out more information about that. But again, I love this Amazon seller app but not for scanning, not for scouting. I love checking my disbursements. I love checking to see what I've sold. I love that on the Amazon seller app, I can reprice inventory. I can look and check and see on my, my feedback. I can go and send emails to customers. I can return emails to customers. I can check to see if certain items are restricted, if I'm not approved for that category, if certain items are hazmat. So it's still a really good app to use. And again, I use it almost every day, but I just don't use it for the actual scouting when I'm scanning items to see what I need to add to my Amazon FBA inventory. There's just better options out there. So I hope this has helped you out and maybe helped you think about a tool that I think is just priceless. If I was starting today and I only had like $500 to start, I would jump right into being an Amazon Pro seller. I would sign up for Inventory Lab and use their scanning app. I would buy a Dymo printer and I would buy a desktop scanner for processing inventory, and the rest I would spend on inventory. Again, Inventory Lab has been awesome, but any of those are better, than just using the Amazon seller app by itself. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you found this video helpful, I'd appreciate a little thumbs up below. That'd be really nice. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave that below too. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. If you're looking for any of the links that we talked about during this video, you can find that below in the description. Just click on the description. You'll find the links and it will take you right to where you need to go. And if you want to be sure you don't miss out on any upcoming videos, subscribe to this channel and you'll be able to be notified when new videos go live. We update videos a lot, and a lot of free information that we're giving out. More free information can be found at fulltimefba.com. We have over 100 blog posts, tutorials, exercises, walkthroughs, experiments, stuff that'll help you turn a part-time hour into full-time income with Amazon FBA. If you subscribe to the blog, you get a couple free PDF downloads. It'll help your Amazon FBA business become a little easier. Just want to help you out, and just enjoyed hanging out with you today. I will see you soon. Bye.